Hello, hello. Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me out there? Good day, Omniacs. Thought I would pop in, do some streaming on YouTube, see what you guys are up to. Markets have treated us well today. Let's see, what have we done so far? Actually, I need to check the chat room, don't I? Let's pop that sucker out. Hello, chat room. Got it. So we've got a live streaming chat room up right now. Just hang out here with you cats and see what's going to happen. I just opened up a live stream on YouTube, kids, if you want to check out the chat room. We'll figure this out slowly. I'll figure out how I want to make this happen. But let's do the YouTube stuff for now, and we'll see what happens. Selling rallies. Yep, we will be selling rallies. Well, let me back off on that for a moment. We tried to get short this morning at 50.94. It only got to 50.90 and dumped 50 points. We're basically done with that trade for the day. It already hit all of our profit objectives for the day. Well, not all, but it hit a lot of them. So instead, we shorted crude, made some money there. Shorted Tesla at 181, made $5, $6 there. Didn't get the ES fill. But I'll take 2 out of 3 trades. All 3 trades were winners. 2 got filled, winners. 1 almost got filled, would have been a big winner. We'll take it, you know what I mean? It's not that way every day, but I'll take that for today. Selling crude was the right move. We got almost 100 points out of that so far. Hello, hello, hello. And so now we just need to kind of sit tight. I believe we're still in Tesla. Took most of the profits and just kept a few shares. Let me just see where Tesla is at the moment. Yeah, it's still $2 cheaper than where we got in, or $1 cheaper than where we got in. But what I tend to do is I move my stops to break even very quickly. So we try not to risk money once we can get into a position of using other people's money. Like when you move your stop to break even and you're up money, you're trading other people's money at that point, right? You're on their money, not your own. So we try to get into that spot as quickly as we can, but that's up to the markets, not me. Markets let us get to that spot. We're blessed. The sun is over the yard. There you go. For us, that's midday. Almost 15 years you've been following me? Well, thank you so much. I'm touched. I hope I have been able to help you over this time that you've been following. The one thing I can say to everyone is I don't make up an opinion ever. I never know what might happen based on what my crazy mind might concoct. It is always a chart read. How could I know? How could any of you know? None of us could know. I don't care who the person is on this planet. If you can disseminate through this fire hose of information that comes at us 24 hours a day, from the internet, from TV, from you name it, from live sources, all this stuff happening, you name a human that can bring all of that in, close their eyes and go, that means buy S&P at 50.81. I don't think that's happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's a guy who can do that. Amir from Israel. How are you? Oh, Amir. How are you, Amir? I know you. I've had some really, really, really nice men, boys though, I don't know, they were between 20 and 25, so for me they were boys practically. From school, from Israel, they were the nicest kids I've ever taught. They were just so easy to teach. They were sponges. It was great. Interesting thing about if you're Jewish from Israel and are religious about it, they're taught something. You know what they're taught as students? Don't question it. Don't try to fix it. This is what it is. This is what's been taught to you. Now use what you've been taught. Don't try to change it. Don't be questioning it. It's been done for 5,000 years. So just learn it. And that is their take. Okay, I'm not going to question this because it's been questioned enough. I'm going to learn it and use it the way I was taught. That's what I learned about teaching Jewish religion doing OMNI-Camp. They were phenomenal, phenomenal students. It's exactly what I need from a student. Don't question it. Don't try to change it. Learn it and do it. So the students that were here at OMNI-Camp did quite well. They did really well, in fact. You know, Amir, if you ever came to camp, you've known me for so long, you'd be surprised. You would understand in just a moment what was going on. You've been following me long enough, it would just be a matter of pinpointing what's happening here. We didn't take this trade, but I issued a trading area for gold of 2333 to 2333. Well, 2330 to 2333 to get short. The high got up to 2336 and it broke all the way to 2294. So even the trades we're not taking from Omni have been right on the money. Thank goodness we're at a moment in time where Omni's just firing away for us. You've never been to the USA yet, huh? You'd love it here. What a great place. Bought some miners yesterday. I wouldn't be so worried about Bitcoin or any of that. So it's going to have its down moments, right? I think Bitcoin's fine. I don't know if I love a lot of altcoins, but I like Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. So, if you've never been to the USA, barring some of the nonsense that our media seems to like to portray for some crazy reason, they've lost their minds, and they make it look like, you know, the US isn't the greatest place on the planet. It is. You know what I mean? It hasn't changed much. It's a great place. Everything about this place is great. Our homeless live better here than some people live that aren't homeless in other countries. The Omni does that for us. I just call the Omni Street. So yes, in a way, yes. The Omni will get bearish when the top is in. And as long as you can call the Omni, at least you know it's going down. Oh my goodness, you've been around since the market has dandruff? Hello, George. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping in. Wow, you go far back. Now tell me those weren't insane acrobatic stunts I was showing people with Omni back then, right? I still do that today, but I was breaking open the doors back then, just showing people how strong I am at calling markets using the Omni. You know what I mean? Excuse me. The beauty of this Omni is that, you know, I don't have to go around bragging that it's me and I'm so good at calling markets. The Omni's right, the Omni's wrong, I'm his delivery boy, and I don't get in trouble for it. It's great. You know what I mean? I don't get in any trouble. Because it's not me. The Omni comes up with the trades. I'm just kind enough to deliver them out to people. Sometimes we lose, sometimes we don't, but it keeps me out of trouble. So I get to go, don't get mad at me. Blame that damn Omni. It's a wonderful thing. And here's what I tell traders who take my trades, who follow I send out trading recommendations, the platinum, I call it the platinum service. I tell them, listen, when you're sitting with your wife, spouse, husband, whoever it may be, and you have a winning day, you say to them, I'm really good at what I do. I had a winning day. I did so well. Give me a kiss. When you're losing, you get to say to them, don't blame me. It was that damn OMNI. That's what you do with this. You use the OMNI to the best of your ability. When you win, you tell people it's you. When you lose, you get to blame the OMNI. A great life. Me, I blame myself for every single aspect of what I do. If I go like this to the keyboard, the end result is mine. I don't care who gave me the trade, which would only be an OMNI. But for me, unless someone physically jumped into your account and put the orders in without your knowledge, it is always on you what happens in a trade. You've made a decision to take someone else's recommendation, or you made a decision to pull up a chart and figure it out for yourself, or you made a decision because your gut called you to get in. Whatever happens, you're responsible for those actions. If you have a clearing firm, you got a 401k and they're trading for you, you're responsible for those actions because you could have made a choice to put it in bonds. Instead, you made a choice to tell them put it in something riskier. If you lose, it's your fault. Easiest way to get good at this game is to accept responsibility for every action. If I place an order, I placed it. I'm responsible for every keystroke. I'm responsible for everything. It's all on me. Good, bad, end result, mine. If you take an OMNI trade and you blame OMNI in reality instead of yourself, I guess you can get away with that, can't you? You still made the decision to take the OMNI trade, right? So you have to look at it and say, yes, OMNI might have lost today, but I made the decision to take the trade. Always blame yourself for everything, and that makes you honest with yourself, and only honest people who are honest with themselves make really good traders. You don't make up excuses. You don't blame them. You don't blame Wall Street. You don't make stuff up in your mind like, well, my aunt would have been 197 on this day if she would have lived, and I feel bad. That's why we lost today, because people do stupid stuff like that. I've had somebody, you want to hear a crazy story? I had somebody, we were trading OMNI, and I put out a trade in the trading room, and everybody was trading it, and it was time to get out. We got out, canceled the stop, market cracked. Thank God we got out. It was like we got long, it went up, we got out, market cracked. One of the guys that were in the trading room said, Oscar, I never got out. I said, what do you mean you never got out? I mean, come on, we all got out together. And you know what he said? I would have, but my cat ran across the keyboard and canceled my stop. And I said, hold on just a moment. Don't say another word. Before you type another word or say another word, is that really the excuse that you want to send out into this chat room with all of us watching, that your cat ran over the keyboard and canceled the stop? Or are you willing to admit that you just got cold feet, didn't get out, and let the market go against you without reacting? Which of the two is real? And of course, in the end, he didn't talk about the cat anymore. People make crazy excuses for their trading. And that literally will leave you in a place where you keep repeating the same mistakes because you make excuses for them. Instead of realizing you did something wrong, you need to not do that wrong again. Write it down, make a book about them if you need to, and fix those areas. So please blame yourself for wins, blame yourselves for losses, take responsibility if you're a trader for your actions. Which is why I put my stops in first, and I tell everyone to put their stops in first. So that you can be responsible enough to say, I put the protection on first before I even put the trade on. No matter what happened, my actions were correct. You don't have to blame yourself, right? You don't have to get mad at yourself. You just got knocked out when you should have. That's why we put our stops in first. So S&P is challenging near the highs. If it got to the place where we're supposed to go short, I mean, I just don't think I could put us in at this point in the day, even if it drops, because where we should have been filled in S&P and NASDAQ, by the way, it dropped so far down that we had hit so many OMNI profit objectives. Then it turned around. It's going all the way back up to the sell level again. I think on this day we just leave it be. We did well in two markets. I think we don't take this short when it gets up there. And if market is changing complexion today, well then we walk away with two winning trades and didn't get stupid in the S&P. If the market does hit our sell level and drops, we still had two winning trades today and we know what to do tonight. I think it's a smart decision to just go like this up here. Even though I've got beaming omnis to tell me to get short if we go higher, I think we'll leave it alone. So, by the way, Jorge, I guess you are, right? Jorge Cardoso? Oh, Jorge, I remember you. I know who you are. I actually called for 668 when the market crashed. It did get to 666, but my call was for 668. $2. Oh, so I pronounce it George. Gotcha. I can't look because we're getting closer to where I'm supposed to get short. I'm going to try not to look. Oh my goodness, we're almost there. All right. We'll see what happens when alerts stop flying. As I speak. Let's move them up a little bit because we're not there yet. And this guy's not there yet either. Alright, alerts are set. And how's Mr. Crude doing? Nothing. So new high in the training. Dollar has reversed off its highs and is making a new low. And all the indices are moving higher. So are all the grains, metals. The only things not moving up are the stuff that closed. Coffee, sugar, and cocoa. Everything else is moving up right now. What's the chart look like? Back to the ones we used last night. What chart were we on last night? 19? No. 12. No. Must be 17. I can't label my charts, they're numbered, so I've got lots and lots and lots of charts that are open and they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have to remember what is on what chart. It's so difficult. And I have hundreds of charts. Minus one Tesla chart. Oh, be quiet. So we need this guy, right? This guy. Well, there's really no change. I'll show you what I mean. I think if I do left screen, there is zero change in the chart that I showed you in last night's video. Right? I mean, we're in the same place. This is what's keeping us down. We're here. Well, really no change there for us to even look at. Everything's in the same spot. We'll find out at the close today if there's any difference. But looking at that, we are in the exact same technical spot we were in last night's video. We shall see where it ends up. Here's my chat. Yeah, I remember yesterday. I remember 2008 like it was yesterday too. It changed my life, to be honest. Hi, sweets. How you feeling?
A little better. I was gonna sit in the hot tub.
Oh, good for you.
Where's the remote though? Do you know?
It should be behind the bar.
In the drawer?
No,
Where do you put it now?
behind the inside bar.
Oh,
I always
okay.
keep it inside.
I thought outside.
No,
in the
I never
drawer,
leave
that
it stay
old
outside.
spot.
The heat will destroy it.
Okay. Yeah, that was crazy, right?
Yes. Never seen anything like
I
it.
walk past them every day at work for the past 2.5 years. That's why I was like, you know what?
I've never seen anything like
This
it.
is the time. They have them for all kinds of things. If you're like really rich, you could get them just for after a workout. They have like vitamins they could.
I had a friend in where did he have his place? Detroit.
And they used to come and.
He used to have a lot of athletes come in and sit there and get an IV.
Yeah, and you get an IV. But yeah, they have all kinds of stuff. So if you guys.
It's interesting.
Mhm.
I've never even seen it before, but
There's also a
guess I have
location you
now.
could go to, not this company, but another one in Vegas, and it's like it's much cheaper because they don't come to you. But it's like an office you have to go to, and then I think it's like 85 or 100 per bag.
Yeah, that's how this kid's place
This one was
was.
a
He
little
had
pricey,
chairs
but
lined up on 2 floors, and people just sat in chairs.
you know what I was thinking too is what it must have done to the hospital rooms when they came out with all these services, because people dehydrated must have had to go to the hospital to get their IVs. Now they just say keep them in their room and send you up.
Simple.
Yeah,
Less chance you getting sick.
that too. But yeah, I just feel the only weirdness I feel is like I feel tingly in my arms and legs. That's why I want to go in the
Well,
hot
it's
tub.
juiced you up with all kinds of vitamins.
I got a ton. I picked
Yeah, I'm
one
sure
with all
there might
the
be some niacin, who knows, you know what I mean, stuff there.
yeah. She told me she gave me tourmaline, I think,
Okay.
and she said not to take Advil for the next after like noon. I could take it. And
Hot tub will do you good.
B12. I don't know what else. I think I have a list.
B12 wakes you right up. That's what,
Yeah.
that's what they give our president when they
She
do him
almost
speak.
gave me Benadryl, but I said no because I thought that it wired me instead of making me sleep. and I
You
wasn't
kind of
sure.
don't need that anyway.
No, she thought it was for the stomach, but she gave me like 2 doses of pain medication.
Okay.
And the pain medication is Zoloft, so it's not anything.
And you've been
crazy.
good?
I slept. I
There you
drank
go, girl.
a whole day, or I drank a whole ginger ale, and didn't come back up. And I ate a couple goldfish. And that's
Very
it.
good.
But
All right.
figured I'll eat
Well,
rice.
take care of
maybe
yourself. I'll take a
later,
break and we'll
banana.
pop out and see you guys.
Yeah, I can't believe how sick I felt. Now I'm gonna take a couple days, probably eat slow.
Yeah, you might have had that passing bug, or luckily you just had a 24-hour thing.
Yeah, I definitely think I
This
did.
phone's
But
going
that happened.
crazy. Wonder
Yeah,
what
they
that
even
is.
have like a cold and flu one. So like if you were ever sick, but you're like I don't want to go to the doctor, they could just juice you up.
Very cool.
Go crazy.
All right, sweets.
I'll see you, Dad.
It's Tesla at 90, 80, 79, 80 right now, somewhere right around there. Let's look. Tesla, it's trading at about 80, yeah, 180. We sold 181s. We hit a profit objective there, 176 and a half. That's basically what we were looking for. Maybe a little lower if it wanted to push down. So as I was saying, in 2008, there was 2000. There was September 11th that happened prior to 2008. That was when the trade centers got hit, 2001, and that gave me quite the setback, business-wise, financial-wise, life-wise. It was bad in every single way you could look at it, except for physically I was okay. And by 2007, you know, I was limping along at that point, trying to fight off all the bad that came from the trade centers debacle and trying to get things back to where they belonged. And then 2007 happened. I made the call for the top and it hit. And then I made the call for the bottom and it hit. Then I made the call for the recovery and that hit. And by then, I had no more troubles. Life was good. Bought a ton of properties around town, all cash. And I was rocking and rolling again. Life's been good since. Yeah, that was a terrible time for me. From 2001 to 2006 was bad. Those 5 years were terrible. I hate even reminiscing in my brain about that stuff. All right, so I know we're supposed to sell this rally as far as traders, but bulls and bears make money and pigs tend to get slaughtered. And being that we've already made money today, I don't know I could bring myself to do it, kids. It's enough time in the day to put on a trade and still get out, but it's not like it's 9 in the morning. It's 2:18. You only get a couple hours to be right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it is in a few moments. How'd that bond do? Let me look at the bond chart for a moment. How do we do, Mr. Bones? At least it's not going down. We're still short crude, right, kids? I expect it to go lower even with cheaper dollars. Well, dollars dropping. Crude looks like it just needs to correct a bit more. Come on, crude, do your thing. Don't make us wait too long. And how did Bitcoin fare? Oh, congratulations, Bitcoin. You're getting your legs back, huh? So, anybody got anything going on? And that went nowhere. Not even logged into my own room. so let's look around here. Let's see what we've got. Gold not quite maintaining. It's just barely above unchanged. Copper backed off a little bit from its last few days. I think cocoa, to be honest, has backed off a little. Let me see where we are now. Yeah. Look what happened to cocoa. Finally, somebody is doing something to make this craziness drop. Check this out. Let me pull my cocoa chart. That's not it. Cocoa Daily. You know, I used to be a cocoa broker in the cocoa pit. Coffee, sugar, cocoa. I know the cocoa market. I've had a gun pulled on me in the cocoa market. Actually, I think it was in the sugar market. Just tells you which boys used to work on that exchange. Here's cocoa. Check out cocoa. Sick. Could you imagine being able to plant something worth almost $9,000 per metric ton? It was worth $12,200. Could you imagine? What a property. Thank you, God. Is there anything else to look at? Not really. I mean, there's nothing else happening at the moment. We'll have to wait until later. Boy, am I going to be mad at us for not getting short up here. My thoughts on natural gas, George. Good afternoon, good morning, Dustin. My thoughts on natural gas. It should be worth $1. If we start pumping shale or crude, it will be worth $1. Do I have a thought on it right now at this level? Probably not. But it should be worth it. Oh, that's not it. You wanted natural gas. Yeah, that should be worth a lot less than it is right now. That needs to be somewhere down here. That's where that belongs. Oh, you guys aren't seeing what I'm looking at, are you? Let me show you. This. This is natural gas. This thing belongs down here, right here. That's where natural gas belongs. It's where it should be. It's where it could be if we just started cranking out a little bit of shale. Natural gas comes as almost a free byproduct when you shale for oil. So it would really help the world if we shaled, because we'd have a whole bunch of this to give them for almost nothing. And if you don't think natural gas is trying to show us that it needs to be at $1, look at this thing. You tell me natural gas doesn't need to be at $1. It's trying to tell us it wants to go to $1. Look at this thing. What bam. One monstrous head and shoulders that's been building here for a long time. This is 2020. Boom, bang, boom. It's telling us something, kids. This one, what's this machine? It's the Z, right? No. ENGM. That's what it is on this machine. There you have it. Big, hulking head and shoulders. That just bodes well with my opinion that it needs to be at $1, but I've had that opinion for some time now. Almost got there for a little while. think, Neil, at about $1, it can survive at about $1. Because that's all you have is carrying costs. People who want it pay for the delivery. You only have storage costs. It's your only cost for it. You don't pay for delivery when you're selling that. The buyers pay for delivery. Well, thank you, Scott. Up yours. Hey, there you go, Scott. Pulling somebody from the days of old. A lot of you Omniacs from the days of old are showing up. How many of you are actually here? Can I even figure that out? My chat room, I've got instant stats. Here, I don't know what's going on around me, to be honest. I don't know what you guys are doing. Let me see if I can pull up something that'll show me. It's not going to get me there. Is there any other windows that are open? There's got to be another window open somewhere. YouTube has to be open somewhere. Oh, there it is. 137. I'll take that. Oh, mine shows 138. That must be like a whole count or something of views. So you have 46? I'll take that. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, mine shows a full count of views, like anyone that's popped in and popped out since I started streaming today. Well, at least we get to hang out as a community. Oh, I think I'm going to have to do this every day, Dano. I think the only way to take care of admin is to do it every day. No, I guess I don't. You're always a manager. You're always a moderator now. Well, that's interesting. It remembered your status. Dan, I'm going to forward you an email. Just came in. Someone's trying to find us. Her name's Lori, Lori. Yeah, thank you, Charles. I think I'm going to just continue trying to do this more often. So basically, I have a live trading room that everybody hangs out in. And it's got the same thing, camera, microphone, but we're in a room where generally the public just can't jump in and wreak havoc. You know, sometimes you get these crazies. But, you know, this chat room will allow me to boot and silence, and, you know, I'll handle it. I don't think there's anybody tough enough on the internet to break me. It's just internet muscles, right? There's nothing there. It's make-believe. There's all they have. All right, so 231. If I was a gambling man, yeah, we still haven't hit the actual sell levels yet. I would do nothing. We'd still need to go another 20, 30 points NASDAQ, another 7 to 8 points ES before we hit sell levels. So, you know, feel free to just kind of converse with me, because I'm here every day of my life trading and taking care of my Omniacs, and the whole idea is to have company. You know, I used to work at a trading pit where there were thousands of people around me at all times. So trading and having thousands of friends makes trading a lot more fun. So this chat service, if you will, being able to have people around me sort of makes up for missing that crowd. Well, Tim, I hope that does work. I hope everybody hits the like button. I understand that's supposed to help us out on YouTube algorithms if everyone hits the like button while they're here or whatever, if you don't mind. Better than that, I have a better suggestion. Go into mommy and daddy's pocketbooks, kids, and take $5 out of each mommy and daddy's pocketbooks and send it to this address right here in care of Oscar's College Fund. Can you do that for me? So, NASDAQ's moving higher. YM made a new high just now. The Dow and the transportation average, as you can see them lighting up. When it lights up, that means a new high or new low is being created. "30-minute chart." You know, Dustin, I tend to not use shorter term time frame charts. I know many people love them, but I want to know where the market's going to go. I use a chart that's going to tell me where it's going to go that day, not where it might go for 30 minutes. So I tend to not use them very often. Okay, I hear you, Mr. Nazi Q. Let's just put it right at the go spot and see what happens. Da, 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 da. All right, now we're at the go spot. How about a yes? Choice. And there it is. Nazi's starting to run into the area where, if it was early enough, we'd be getting short. Let's mute that guy. Nice and strong. Look at the board lighting up. All right, just give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna go grab a soda. This tea is old and cold, and I'm done with it. But I can use a soda. Joakim, hello. So far, so good. Thank you, Omni. Yes, we had good trades today. No iced tea, huh? I don't understand iced tea, especially green tea. Iced tea, green iced tea. I don't get why people would drink something that healthy for themselves when they have Diet Pepsi waiting on the shelf. You know, I don't get. I just don't get people, Dano. You can look at something and go Diet Pepsi, iced tea. What's better for you? Definitely Diet Pepsi. I'm addicted to it. I mean, not really, but it seems to be. Since I've been a kid, I've been drinking soda instead of coffee. You know, when people drink their coffee and feel like, all right, I had my coffee, that's how I feel when I have a soda. Um, they're really, that's a questionable. That's a questionable question. Yeah, fill out. Yeah, we don't really have any schedule except for the one in Naples. I've got nothing else on the books. That's true. Dano was accepted. Listen, how high of a bar can it be? They let me in. You're gonna be fine. All right. So, give me, Dano, if you can speak for 5 minutes, just let me run out and grab a soda. Well, I meant type. I meant type, buddy. You know, JC, I don't think the markets can stay down much longer, to be honest. I mean, we'll see. They almost look like they need a jolt up next week, but I said that yesterday, if you guys remember. I kind of thought we'd get a jolt up next week. You get into CFA? Careful. Forex is, you know, uh, no one should be in Forex. No one should be in Forex. Nobody. Not a retail anyway. Giving you both sides of a trade and allowing you to leg out is nothing more than knowing that you will lose money. That's why they allow Forex. I'll be back in 5 minutes, kids. our chat room? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so with Tesla, where the Omni tends to day trade, it's got levels to get in, levels to get out. We usually adhere to them very quickly, and then whatever happens for the rest of the day allows me to then take the next Omni signal, whatever it may be, up or down. So riding positions means that I lock myself out of my own Omni signal, so we're day traders, So the Omni will tell me where we could make money most likely throughout the day, but it can't guarantee what direction the market closes in that day. That's what gives me my next Omni signal. We're almost in the area now. If you look at the video I showed you last night, if we can get above the area we're at now, I don't think there'll be any more downside. Did you see last night's video, Oliver? I think I have a link if you didn't. That's not going to show me the link. Oh, you did? Okay. So, that area, if we can get above that area, I mean, Wall Street's not blind. They'll come in and buy. So, we're sort of at a spot where if we can hold and get above, they'll come into the rescue. If we continue lower, we're kind of at that spot already that it'll go lower from. $105.18. That dollar pushing new lows is what's making the indices get bullish today. Got it. All right, so we're at a spot. Earlier in the day, we were going to sell 50.94 and 51.02 just to get in. That was early in the day. I wouldn't go near it up here now. This would not be our moment to get short. So now, if you think about it, it's almost 3. You got 1 hour to be right instead of an entire session. So no chance you want to jump in here and see if you can play cowboy. bonds. Very nice. It's what we need. Bonds keep pushing up. It takes the fear out of Wall Street that interest rates are rallying. Ethereum over 3,000. Crude just hanging around. And how do we do with that Tesla trade? 181. Perfect. What's that? Oh, S&P. Almost at the high, huh? Go Spoos. All right, flash update was just posted for Tesla traders. Should have a chat room open somewhere for you guys. All right, so I send the flash update for my OMNI so that they know what we did. fact, are they open? Let me see. Options are better than Forex, Dustin, no doubt. What about silver? Hi-oh, silver. So let me just show you something first. See if I could find all the trades here for the day. See if you guys can see what's on my screen. And I'll pull up the chat room so I can see it. Maybe I gotta make the words bigger. There we go. Can you guys read this? Can you see what's on your screen? So what I generally do is we send out these flash updates to traders throughout the day. We started with Tesla. So in Tesla, what we told them was, for Wednesday night into Thursday, shares of Tesla are trading after hours at 180.55. If you have access to night markets, the Omni says sell short Tesla shares at 181. Place protective stops above 188.90. We'll trail our stops lower as market activity allows. So once that gets sent out, it goes out like this, by the way. It goes out in a fashion like, if it'll pop up, I'll show you real fast. So you get a pop-up window. It tells you what to do. You can silence the bell. You can even make it read to you in English, which is pretty
Flash
insane.
update. ZWZ19.
You can even have it read out to you. So I send these flash updates on purpose, and we send them through Discord so that you guys can stay in tune with the trading. So the flash update that went out first in Tesla was to get short at 181 and where to place your stop. The next flash was the price of Tesla is 176.90. It was actually at 176.50 when I hit the send button. This is Omni Target 1. Take profits on a portion of your short shares and then move your stops to break even on any balance you hold. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a stress-free trade. Your next target is 173.60. Then the market continues to move. You get another flash update. We moved our stops to 181, which is break even on whatever balance we held. It got back to 181, knocked out break even. So that was the Tesla trade for today. We also traded crude. Crude oil was this trade right here. And the first flash was OmniX. The Omni wants to sell crude at 79.67 to 79.73. We're trading at 79.59 at the moment, so it's getting close. Place protective buy stops at least above 80.90 at the onset of this trade. Then we end up getting filled. Last price in crude is 79.26, which is target number 1. Take profits on a portion of your short positions at market. Move your stops to break even on the balance you hold. And then we get to 78.66. So far on the downside, maybe looking for a little bit more. Omni target is 78.41. You know what the low is right now? The low at the moment is, let me just show that to you. That would be this. The low in crude is 78.41, exactly where Omni told us to get out. That's the low of the day. Isn't that insane? So let me switch back. So those were 2 of the trades that we did. And then there's one more that we entered into, or that we almost entered into. Get this, this was close. Sell short at 50.94. Place your stop above 51.29. I will keep you informed. Second flash, OMNIX attempted to sell it at 50.94. It only got up to 50.90, and then it cracked down to the 50.40s. Let's cancel our orders at this time. We had done well already this morning in crude oil and Tesla. So that's what we sent out so far today. You also get notified via a Discord channel, so you get the same trades over a Discord channel as well. Just thought I'd let you see a little bit of what happens here. Anyhow, that's a little bit of what happens here. I think our Tesla targets haven't changed. Our daily targets maybe, but our Tesla targets themselves haven't really changed. Let's see if the chart's up somewhere. Tesla, are you there? That's not the chart I want. I rebuilt the entire Tesla chart yesterday, but I didn't put the last 3 targets on it. So I still have to rebuild it before I show it to you. At least I have them written down. $308. At least we're having an up day. This is good. We need more than one in a row, but we're having an up day. What about silver? The only thing I really have on silver right now is that it may be testing support. Yeah, maybe I can show you that. It might be testing support here. We'll see. Let's see if it'll let me show it to you. Green one. So this is a silver chart, which is testing support. See right there? It's a decent support line. It's got 3 valid trend points, and it's being tested right now. But what a call on capitulation the day that happened, huh? That was pretty heads up for Omni. How much has silver moved since 1980? It hasn't. It hasn't done anything since 1980. I started, here look, when I started, I'll write you a note. Check this out. When do we write notes on this machine? Oh yeah, this is it. In 1982, silver was $23. Guess where it is today? Just got above $23 a couple of days ago. It's never gone anywhere. Never gone anywhere in my entire life. It's a dog. Silver is a dog. can tell you this: gold was 285. No, it's 265 when I started. So, check this out. Silver is a dog because it was at this very price right here when I started in 1982. Gold is now worth $2,000 more than that, $2,300 an ounce, and silver's still in the same spot. Useless. Useless. That is absolutely true, Dano. Thank you for reminding them. If you like what you see, make sure that you like these videos. I don't know what you need to do to show us that, but the more algorithms pick up on us, the more likely I am to keep doing these. So we'd appreciate it if you could hit the like button or whatever it is you guys need to do to let people know we're here. Appreciate that very much. So, oddly enough, silver hit the exact OMNI area to go short and is starting to drop down a little bit. Isn't that interesting? Imagine the trade would still work this late in the day. I just shut down an email by accident. Not what I meant to do. Signing back in, and how you would have signed me out. I'm not signing back in. Oh, in the chat room, just gonna. Where is it? I need to bring up my OBS. There it is. So, not much change from yesterday except for that today we had a small update. Again, as I mentioned, we're still in the exact same spot technically. Could fall apart from here. Somehow rallies through, they'll come in and buy it. So, gunfight at the OK Corral week, I guess. I'm I'm kind of a fan of the upside. I think the market is more bullish than bearish, so any chance they get to buy it, I'm sure Wall Street will. You know, Hung, that is a thing that does take place about sell in May and walk away. It does happen a lot, I will admit. I'm not going to say that doesn't happen. But I will say that every year we get a pullback. Every single year we get a pullback. In the beginning of the year, it's usually in the first quarter. This one seems to have dragged a little bit into the second quarter. But we get a pullback just about every year in the first quarter. I know this for a fact. That's when I released my year-end call. When the market looks at its worst, I was throwing my year-end call out. So, what's my forecast for Apple? it's tough. I don't like to make calls on reports, but I'll tell you what my Apple chart says. I never bothered to show the public. It might come out. You never know. You never know what could happen. All right, how is Apple right now? Let's look. Apple, where are you, buddy? What was Apple's low? Let me look at that again. If it was 169, it would make sense. What was Apple's low? $170. It's close enough. 170.81. So it held and turned. Well, I mean, if I was looking at it for a simple day trade, I would think that it could be bullish. So here's the thing. If I looked at it as of last night, looks like a bearish report's coming out. But you add today's bar in, you had a little bit of a turnaround there. So I'm glad I don't have to make that call. As of last night, it looks bearish. I don't know what's going to happen. Dustin, making a year-end call and being spot on is something that Wall Street pays people tens of millions of dollars to do, and they can't do it properly. I can do it every year. I get nothing but grief out of it. It's so unfair. You know what I mean? To me, it's just so unfair. How could anybody be upset with me for calling it right for 14, 15 years in a row? But there ain't no good coming out of that long-term call for me. Nothing but abuse from stupid people with serious blinders that couldn't see money if it hit them in their face. Because anyone that could call this thing right for 14, 15 years in a row is some kind of crazy genius. You know what I mean? Anything that can get that right that often, no one in the world has ever done that before. But Omni just does it every year. Go Omni, go! Apple. Isn't Apple's earnings today? You know, I don't mind. You pay me a few million bucks for that call, and then you want to abuse me all year until it actually turns out to be right anyway. Then I don't mind. But you want to abuse me all year, and then at the end of the year, not even apologize for being Richard heads? You know, do I really need to just throw myself into that? No Apple. So, you know, there's an up bar in Apple today, but the chart itself isn't really pointing up. But you do have an up bar today. And oddly enough, we were supposed to short S&P and then sell it again right there at the high. That was the exact entry spot for S&P and Omni today. Right at the high. Right? 5,100. Look at that. Look, if I could show it to you. 5,100 right there where we were supposed to add to our position. Happens to be the high at the moment. It's crazy, huh? Oh, of course, guys. So Apple, I would give an absolute opinion, but I didn't do the Omni homework on it last night. Looking at the chart itself, I mean, it doesn't look bullish to me, the chart. New high in the Russ. Mr. Rusty doesn't want to give it up at all. You go, Russ. Expand my bio. Yeah. That's about it. That's interesting, Neil. That's perfect to show on a report that you couldn't ask for a better omni than that. So we're out of. Let me just take a look. Just go to. Any thought on the GDX? Nope, not today. I'll do my analysis on gold. Miners are always behind gold, by the way. Even if gold gets bullish, miners are so slow. By the time they catch up, the gold moves over usually. This would have been crude. Oh, yes.
Mom told me you were outside. I missed you.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going
Are
back
you
out.
out? You going out?
Mm.
I'll pop
Yep.
out and say hello.
Okay.
Did you use the hot tub yet?
Yeah, it's
How'd
really
it
nice.
feel?
It's on 88, so it's not too hot. It's
Good.
like a
Did it make you
temperature.
feel better?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
The lady texted me too. She used to be an actual ER nurse.
Oh really?
And she was a travel nurse for like a number of years. So she told me not to focus on eating, but to focus on keeping down liquids.
And she said, say that again.
Not to focus on eating as much, to focus on keeping down liquids.
And
That I'll be okay.
little bits of liquid.
Yes. Yeah, I've had one ginger ale so far today.
Yeah, little bits at a time till you can handle it.
Mm.
Okay, doll. I'll see you in a few moments. I'll take a
See
break.
You know, I was just thinking about it. It could be an interesting service if you ever wanted to use it with OMNICAMP, but only for like international people.
Stay here and watch this.
Okay. This is a new chat room. I like the color.
So, guys, are you kidding me that Neil says there's 5 likes? If you've asked me a question about a chart today and haven't hit the like button, you should slap your hand. What's wrong with you people? This is not low-level analysis, kids. This is pretty high-level stuff. You could hit the like button, no? I get we want everything for free on the internet. I get that, but it only requires doing that. Been forced by Crypto Kelly and everybody else who watches the site or watches the YouTube to ask people to hit the like button. I've been telling them since I started, I don't like asking people for anything.
Yeah.
I tell them what I'm doing. I mention an OmniCamp, I'm done for the day. But they tell me I have to.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, when I do,
It
there's
makes a
hundreds of
difference.
likes.
Yes.
When I don't, there's a 0.
Yep.
So, and he said it's not for you. The algorithms will not pick you up if you're not getting a lot of likes. They will just pass you by.
You know how many lives pass me on TikTok that I have no interest in, and it's because they have heavy likes and comments or
So
like heavy
I
activity.
have no choice, but it's not like me to even want to
No,
ask. But at the same time, you know, it takes a person a click of the mouse, and I'll pull up a chart and take 10 minutes trying to figure out what it is they need.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good, you know, it's a good exchange. I don't really have. It doesn't bother me either way. You know what I mean? I don't care if they like me or dislike
No,
me, as
I
long
know.
as they hang out with
It's
me.
just get the algorithm
But
up.
yeah, you need it for the algorithms.
You could also tell them that though. You could be like, hey, like, blow this page up, like, keep liking. I'm trying to get on like
No doubt.
more recognition. or
Well,
whatever.
so the YouTube crowd, where I have been for the last bunch of years in my own private chat room, they can't hit any likes. It doesn't do any good. At least here, the YouTube crowd could, you know,
Yeah.
could whip this up a little bit for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. But what I was gonna say to you is your mic still on?
Yes, Con, I have had.
She didn't like it. I'm not logged in, or I would.
Say it again.
He said, "Has she hit like yet?" I didn't know if that was me.
Has she hit like it? Then it's Neil talking to you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's pretty funny.
You tell her, Neil. You got a lot to say, but you haven't hit like, have you? So you can too. Dano, do you have a link for him? it's at.
And he just sent it.
Nice.
He beat you to it. Probably has it copied somewhere.
Thank you, Dano.
Give me just 1 sec though when you can.
1 second.
Hmm?
Could still have made money today taking that Omni. Come on, you got to give the Omni a round of applause for that. That's just sick. Right? I mean, really? Every trade we belted out would have been a winner today. Even at the end of a day, when it looks like it would be against us, it still would have profited. That's pretty damn good. Tesla targets. So, as I mentioned in last night's video, my Tesla chart got destroyed. I've rebuilt it, but I haven't put the targets on the chart yet. I'll take care of that tonight, and you guys will see it tomorrow.
Dad, are there any companies I should be buying, like steel or arms companies or anything?
Right now, yes, a whole bunch of AI ETFs you should be in right now.
ETFs.
I have a whole list of them.
Okay.
Look at that. We could have made money again. Pisses me off. I mean, it doesn't, but it does.
No, I know.
I made a conscious decision for us to not take that trade.
Maybe you should follow the Omni instead of.
No, it
No,
was
just
too
kidding.
late.
I'm kidding.
It was too late in the day. I wouldn't have taken it anyway, even if it wins. I don't want. You know, if you take your first trade in the day and the last hour of the day, you have 1 hour to be right.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind
risky.
of a little crazy.
You're already day trading. I like all this. This to keep track of your audio and stuff. For the chat room.
Within, right?
This is for the chat room, all of this? The soundboard?
Yes.
That's super cool.
So this is for me streaming live.
That's cool.
I'm streaming live on YouTube right now.
You know what you should
Siobhan's going to be here tomorrow, and he's going to
Haven't
make
seen him
it
in a
so that
while.
I can stream live on YouTube, Twitter, stock twits,
Nice.
everything all at once.
That's cool.
It used to be that way. Somehow we broke all our
Okay.
connections. He's got to reconnect them up for me.
You should probably go on TikTok Live sometimes, but even only for like 20 minutes and just talk about what, like, it doesn't have to be showing people stuff. It could literally just be like market talk or just talk about things in
So,
the world. Could be nothing.
That's
Could be,
kind of
like,
what I've been doing here. I show
personality.
some charts, but we're just hanging out. I talk. I help them with anything that they may need.
I think that you
But
should.
it's just for company during the day.
I mean, they have a year to sell TikTok, the ByteDance company, and I'm sure they will. But on your phone, you could be like out in the yard. You could show the dogs. You could like talk about what the markets did today. You could like take questions. But sometimes stuff on TikTok that blows up is like not about the content always. It's like the background.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like we have a beautiful yard. You have dogs. Like,
Sure. Yeah, I
You
just
might be
never.
able to talk Vegas.
I don't think I've
instead
ever
of
joined TikTok,
markets.
to be honest.
Okay.
I may or may have. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever bothered to join it.
We can make you one if you wanted, but I know you don't love it. But we could always use it on like the iPad, so it's not on your personal phone.
What's that song for cops? What do they do that?
Bad boys,
Bad boys,
what
bad
you gonna
boys.
do?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
I just watched My Name Is Earl, that's why I know that. They have the whole episode where it's just cops. And it's from the cops' perspective, and it's in the town of Camden, and it shows everybody getting in trouble
Oh,
the
that's
entire
really
episode.
funny.
It's really funny.
All right, so
Does this post on YouTube after, or once it's live?
it's live on YouTube, and then it stays there so people can
It's
rewatch
like a
it.
video they can rewatch.
Yeah.
TikTok does the same thing. with
But
their
I
lives.
think what I'll do with these at the end of each week is just delete all of these and leave my regular YouTube videos because these are kind of who needs them, you know.
No, but and all this stays with it
That
as
was
the
a funny
comments.
show.
When this will stay up as comments.
Yes, the chat room will stay. So if you watch this, as the
So
timeline
then-
goes by, you'll see the same chat comments at the same
My
time.
advice is don't delete them because if you have a lot of comments on a video, it's gonna keep putting you up
Oh,
and up on
that's
YouTube.
good.
Because a lot of people on lives will ask for, or they'll tell people to spell things out letter by letter. But what that does is engage more comments. So you could say like spell out like markets or we're losing today. And you can see how many people would do like they literally would have to do like WERELOSI, but and it's very
Uh-huh.
childish, but it
Okay,
ups
but
the comments.
I
But see
like the
people on
idea. See, I
Instagram-
need these ideas.
Yeah. I have a feeling I should probably go back more to social media stuff. I've been watching it, but I haven't been like engaging as much in making stuff. Yeah, all websites are different and all algorithms are different, but I'll look into YouTube because if the comments matter, keep them. You could even make a folder of just lives.
Crypto says they matter.
Yeah, I would say leave.
Says they matter
you
a
could
lot.
even make a folder of lives so that they're not like in the way of anything.
That's what we
Yeah.
do. We keep the
There you go.
lives in a folder.
And then, no matter when the last time you uploaded a video, if there's a live recently, that also works in your favor because it shows that you're active.
So, crazy enough, we were supposed to sell 5100s. The
Mhm.
high was 510075. It would have let us in.
Yeah.
Imagine that. I love it. Tonight we'll hit this thing.
Mhm.
We'll do a good job tonight. All right, so I think I'm done for today. I want to take a break so I could come do analysis and see if we can get into something tonight. What we don't need, to be honest, we don't need to close up here. I'd like to see it just drop and go back down because everyone's programs are going to get tricked into going long tonight after an up day. That's how Wall Street programs generally tend to work, day trading programs. And I'm not so sure that's where this wants to go yet. We're still way below all that stuff I showed you in last night's video. That's not a green light, you know what I mean? So I hope they push this down into the 50s, 60s, 40s even in the S&P. Sad that we didn't take the Omni, but it'd be a better spot for us to trade from than sitting up here. Anyway, we'll do our analysis at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I'll come back to you and let you know what I found. If you guys want me to stream while I do the analysis, I won't let you actually see me perform it, but I will put the stream on so we can chat while I'm working. Thank you for tuning in, OmniX. Appreciate you being here. Please make sure you hit the like button because I've been told to ask you that, and I'll see you cats this afternoon. I know I can't play music. What I did yesterday was I muted the mic for them, but I played it for me. So they weren't able to hear anything, but they could see me. All right. See you later, kids. I'll be back this afternoon. Just need a small break.